Alright, it looks like we are live for race 6 of the Scaly Punk Charity Racing Series benefiting Cerebral Palsy this season. Richie, nice to see ya. Hopefully all the sound is okay. I got a new mic. So tell me how it sounds and see if it's all good. I like how shiny it is. Look how shiny it is. Oi oi! The hooligan! So I'm checking audio right now. Capture card is working. It looks like my voice is working. Like and subscribe, my friends. I need to go through and do the things. Alright, let's change our view here. Not used to all. Look at these graphics. Look how nice everything looks on my brand new PS5. Take a look and see who all's in here so far. We've got Neil the Seal, my man Hippie that still needs to change his name because he is a Transmission Motorsport team driver. M3 guy Nick, my other guy, Mr. Kieran. They're all my people, all my guys. My lady, Miss Sophie, the hooligan, Miss Yvonne, the pool shark is in here. HIM, that sounds like somebody I know, but I can't think of what I know them by normally. And the Moomin Papa Window, that's Window. All right. So welcome, Window. Welcome, everybody. Should be lots and lots and lots of fun here. How is angles all look okay? All right. Back to the business at hand here. Let's open a window. Go to my own YouTube and get our link set. I've got it in the description, but that's not enough. We've got the link to donate through Tiltify for the Cerebral Palsy Alliance. We have raised $100 so far, and we're trying to get that up to $500. So if you can donate, I think the minimum is like $1, $1.50 or something. Any little bit helps. Let's raise some money to help out these people. They do research and support people with cerebral palsy. We have a couple of people that have cerebral palsy that race in our leagues. So always good to do benefits and help people out. Okay. Woo! It is daytime. And I'm still waking up. I had a nice little race in the Pro-Ams, landed in second place. It was lots of fun there. Okay, mute the nastiness volume. Hey, I'm loving the sound of my voice on this mic. It's kind of rocking. You did hear PS5, Mr. Ostadrata. Into the chat, and we are going to paste, send, and try and... You know what? We'll spam it. Because if I spam it, it'll give me the dots. Now I've got dots, now the message is pinned, and now we have everything that we need. So we will go on into this, and let's take a look. Is it on? Where is it? It's not on. Is it this one? Where is it? There it is. And we can take a look at our current standings for the pro lobby here going on. We've got Ms. Sophie in the lead with 46 points after missing 2 races. Amazing job she's doing in this series. Creasy Kieran in second with 45, so that's a tight race. They're both here today, so the battle is on for the top position. Mr. Neil the Seal in P3 with 31 points. Hippie Heed in P4 with 26. Followed by Nick, Wookie, Ostad Rata, and the Hooligan. Girza was one of our stand-ins. Yvonne is down here in 10th place with 15 points. Moon and Papa in 11th with 13. Don't know if we're going to be seeing MJ, but there's P12. 13 for Beck Bones. He's MIA and has been for a while. Mr. Mikey for 14th. Mariah Light is in 15th with 9. And Window has not made a race yet. Apparently his memory is like mine, but worse. So that'll explain all of that. Now we can go in here and check it out. The United Sim team just running away nearly 2 times the points of OAP in training. Broken Pistons in 3rd place with 52, and SP Elite Outcasts in P4 with 42. Lots and lots of action to come. Lots of great people, lots of great fun, and I'm throwing my things around because, you know, that's just the kind of day I'm having. Where did it go? Here, mousey, mousey, mousey. That thing really took off, didn't it? There it is. Bellow, bellow, bellow. I'm bellowing. You hear me bellowing? Oh, found the mousey. Okay, now I can go back and we're going to close that window and turn the capture card back on. And we have action. Check out the practice while Phil is off on dad duty. And remember to breathe once in a while because, you know, I'm really good at not doing that. So it looks like we've already got Miss Sophie or Ostadrata here. Hard to see with the nightfall upon us. Man, let me tell you, these graphics, the feel of the game is so much better. Really interesting though, the controller feels familiar yet not. So let's turn on some information so we can see what's happening. We are on board with Seal, actually, in the United Sim team. He is in a P2 with a 118 on racing softs. Impressive that I'm within a few tenths of a second there. What is your new nickname, Mr. Tyson? With that TNT on there, you think it's Tyson and Tasha, the way we're racing together that last race. That was a lot of fun. I got a little nervous coming through that pass down there on the chicane with you, though. I think I may have done that twice. All right, Mr. Kieran in the lead in the R8. 117.7. See, those are the times I were getting before this update. Update really, really, really hurt my times, but you know, it feels better, so that's good, right? And check out Mr. Nick, also in the Audi R8. You can't speak. I'm half reading and half talking at the same time. So 118.3 on for personal best. Miss Sophie, who is running in from hosting an event with Screen to Speed in at Esports. Dagobert Duck. I like it. Whoa! That's not something I have seen yet in on the PS5. That was some laggy lag. Yeah. There is something about Tyson and fuel and tires. I don't know how he does it. Appears as if I was doing quite a Josh! Hey, cool. I hope they do watch. I am on PS5, Mr. Richie. I got a nice little bonus yesterday. I can tell the story again at some point. So, I was supposed to get paid through direct deposit. What do you mean? Are you missing my horrible mic? Does it sound better? Do I sound better now? I feel like I sound better. I'm loving this. Like, look how cute it is. Look how bright and shiny. And it changes colors, too. I don't know if you can see the color changes on the... Yeah, no, it's too bright to see the color changes. But I got... Oh, yeah, you can see it. Awesome! Loving it. But anyway, the direct deposit didn't go through. So what I did was go down and pick up a physical check. And when I went to deposit it, it was twice as big as I thought it should be. So I called to ask if it was a mistake, and it was a bonus. So with 350 already saved, I was able to take the little bit of extra, buy the PS5. I've got ACC and all the DLC fixin'-uppins, so I am now a PS5 girl, and I am loving it already after just a little practice last night. And a good race today. That was a fun race, let me tell you. Woo! Mr. Window pulled out quickly there out of the pit lane, kind of got in the way of Mizavon. I love that they love that I call them Miz when I'm speaking about them. Sounds so posh. Not really, I sound like a moron, but that's okay. At least I'm not trying accents today, so that's good. Now, this is race number 6 as I jump into Kieran's car as he's spinning and doing circles. We're gonna ride on board with his dirty tires and damage and see how he does here for just a moment with his amazing time. So this is, yeah, it was a long wait, but it was well worth. You know, I've been having a rough time mentally lately, and all of a sudden, I started coming out of it. Mr. Dave, nice to see ya. I started coming out of it, and then I got the bonus, was able to pick up the PS5 and do a couple other things. It's helping me out. Having my friends, being able to talk with you guys, being involved in the streaming and the gaming again is helping. So, happy days, that's all I can say. Good to see you all here. It's always a blast. Love my friends. And this community is just amazing. I'm glad you're all here. But this is Road Atlanta, the night race. And a lot of the times I really hate night races because I can never see my markers or anything else like that, right? But at Road Atlanta, you can't see any of your apexes until you're on them. You can't see your markers until you're on them anyway, so the night didn't really affect my driving all that much here. Not to mention the fact that just having a PS5, the ray tracing and the better graphics, I can actually see what's going on, so that's super helpful too. So anyway, don't forget, anybody tuning in, leave a like and subscribe, and we have links pinned in the chat, and it's also in the description to donate to Cerebral Palsy Alliance. And this should be great fun. Looks like qualifying is just about set to get underway. A little bit behind schedule after a couple of problems today. I am. So when I bought GT7 in the first place, I pre-ordered with the whole extra cars deal, and this right here has been sitting on my shelf, not being used. Mr. Nick, nice to see ya, but this has not been used until last night. I actually got everything installed, so it's nice. It was nice having everything ready for me. I already owned ACC, so I only had to spend about $50 to get all of the DLCs for it, so that was nice too. The new mic is nice. Loving the way that it sounds. So I've also got a green screen that I'm going to be getting set up as we get going out on track here. Don't forget to leave space, everyone. We are qualifying, not racing, so if you give yourself a nice 2 to 4 second gap after you warm your tires up, it'll make for nicer qualifying for everybody. Kieran jumping straight out of the gate with a penalty. It's okay, it's just a warm-up lap. Looky here, Mr. Nick. Why are we inside the car? I want to look at this car as we come through the lights. Where's the lights going to be at? It's so pretty. DTR. One of my besties there. And we're going to go down and follow the hooligan for just a minute and talk about him. A beautiful TCR liveried out car. Mr. Hooligan is the guy that had the great idea of, since we all enjoy doing this so much, we have started doing these charity runs. We've done a bunch of special events, endurance races. If I go back and look at the Tiltify link, you'll see I can look him up. Yeah, now that I have PS5, I can start doing that, but I only got things set up last night, so I wasn't quite ready. But, we've raised around $2,000 as Moon and Papa slides sideways right before the S's after the first chicane. And we have lots of fun and raise money for charities, so, one of these days I'll get the rest of my stuff set up. I'll set up a link to the Discord server. Anybody who doesn't know us can pop in, give us ideas for charities to support, get in on the conversations, and be a part of the whole Scallywpong charity racing series. It's really amazing stuff with lots of great people. Haven't seen or heard from you in quite a while, Mr. Richie. I hope things are going well. Then here is Window. Fastest lap so far from these guys is only a 1:20.1. We should be seeing it. Here goes the Hooligan with a 1:19, the first 1:19 of the quality lobby, which looks like we've got about 7 more minutes. Kieran probably sandbagging so that he can start in the back because he needs a challenge. Dagobah Duck is definitely your new nickname. I like it. We'll have to remember that. And it looks like Mr. Window here is on for the fastest lap of quali now. This is my buddy here, Mr. Hippie Heed, driving the BMW, also on to break his own fast time now of 1:19.3. Oh, the darkness, I'm loving it. This track has been treated me well. Look at that, Miss Sophie in with a 1:18.9. This is going to be a lot of competition. There should be some nice close battles. That's about all we can do, really. I don't know if I told you, my kid decided to pick up a bass guitar with some money he saved up mowing lawns and doing chores and whatever, so I borrowed myself a 6-string electric. See him sitting in the background over here. Got back into playing guitar after not playing for a good 20 years, I think, or something like that, so that's pretty fun too. And I'm really happy. I was very worried about my skills on this track. I didn't think I was going to do as well as I did, but mostly my times are pretty in line with a lot of these guys here in the pro lobby, so I'm really loving the whole new PS5 setup. I'm loving the feel of it. We've actually got some new intro videos that were given to us by the Miss Purple Lebreeze. But I'm a little worried about copyright, so I gotta get some things set up before I can use the new videos, and like some ideas of what I should use for my background when I start doing the whole green screen back behind me. If I had time to set up the frame before this race, I would have had a picture of Road Atlanta from above. Nice satellite view picture of it behind me, but it wasn't in the cards to make it happen today. Hippie Heed now down to 6th place. Let's go take a look at our leader, Mr. Greasy Kieran. So far on the lead by 2/10 with an 1:18.1. We should be seeing 1:17s from these guys before too much longer as the fuel runs down and the tires get warmed up and they start hitting their marks. And since I have issues waking up, I start downing my next 300 milligrams of caffeine. Not usually one to be hungry in the morning, but here I am, huh? Alright, I've got 11 in the lobby today, so anybody who is just getting here, we're doing this for charity. I've got the link pinned in the chat. I've got a link in the description. We're benefiting Cerebral Palsy Alliance. Oh, yeah. I did some quick calcs in our practice lobby last night, and I knew it was going to be around 30 to 31 laps. So, with this amazing app that I have, I was double checking that math, and it worked out. Medium tires feel a lot better compared to the soft than they did before the update. So, that's always nice. Alright, let's take a look at times. 118.1, 118.4. Ooh, 118.4. We've got 75 thousandths between Mr. Nick and Mr. Neil. Miss Sophie only 500ths behind Mr. Seal. Yvonne 3/10 back from there. So United Sim Team is pushing to stay up right here in the top. Our guy Moomin Papa, Brother Team, DTR, Dream Team Racing, a bunch of good guys. The Hooligan only 2.5 back from there in Der Porsche. What else is he ever going to drive, right? We're going to have to do one of these series that's an American cars only series, and he's still going to drive the Porsche. He'll make it American somehow. Hippie Heed back down there, 2/100ths behind Mr. Hooligan. Window 3/10 back from there, and the Pool Shark coming out of the pits doesn't. Oh, he's 3/10 back from there. Okay, so he is almost 2 seconds off the lead time. So there's going to be lots of battles going on in this race. I think Hippie's decided he's going to park it. Change your name, Hippie. Moomin! We love our Moomin. I was checking out the Cowboy, Mr. Finland Cowboy. Why can I not think of the rest of his PSN right now? Anyway, he sent me pictures of his new little that's, God, getting pretty close to, what, a year old now? Year and a half? And he was wearing Moomin pajamas. It was so cute. All right. Are we going to better? 2/10 above. It looks like Mr. Neil the Seal's parking it off. Miss Sophie's pushing for one more lap as we close into the last 20 seconds here. So here's her last chance. Yes, funniest. I love that guy. All the Finlanders are great. I get Sammy on chat all the time. I would give you the nickname that he uses for himself, but it's not appropriate for my stream because I don't use that language on my streams anymore. I'm a good girl. Good girl. Yeah, right? Who is that just went flying past in an Audi? It looks like we are done here. Everybody finishing up their final lap. Looks like we're pretty set for our leaders here with Mr. Kieran on pole position. Nick in P2. Seal's gonna be P3. Unless Sophie can push something more out here. Yeah, she did an iRacing event today, I believe it is, for the Screen to Speed Summer Cup going on, and jumped in with 0 practice. She forgot the race was today. Huh? Just about an hour-ish, 40 minutes. Yeah. Okay, well, we can talk when I'm done. And it looks like, yeah, it's really not a whole lot faster. It looks like this update has brought us all closer together. I know that there's some bits about it that are a bit more realistic. Miss Sophie looks like she's done, gonna be holding on to 4th position there. If Miss Yvonne is done, holding on to P5. So our grid is set as we wait for the countdown to end, and Kitty decided he's gonna come and join me for comms today. But yeah, no, it's really interesting watching how close it brought us all. It's not going to give me next time, but he is 2/10 off of there, so 118.4. Well, see, that's the great thing about this track, though, is you can't see your marks anyway because it's so dark. I drive this track by feel. I drive this track like Braille when anyway, so day night it doesn't matter for me here. It's all about what I can't see over the next rise, so that's pretty funny. I feel like that's cheating. It's supposed to be dark. But that's just my personal opinion. Y'all can do whatever you want. You know what I'm not seeing, though, is my countdown timer for... It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds, I think, until that ends. Ostadrata, East City Rats. So many German friends. I'm trying to learn German on Duolingo. It's going okay. I understand more of it than I thought I would. It's funny when everybody says that English is a Germanic language. I never really was able to put it together until I started learning it, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my, wow, this is all really pretty close. Tires gonna kill us, are they? Yes, drink up. Oh, I still have some of my first one left. I should kill that before it gets too warm. Anybody who is in the race and in my chat, good luck. Feel Glück. And I can't remember how to say have fun, but do it anyway. Woo! Alright. Month-long hiatus. Here we are. We're back. A race is just about to get underway. Qualifying is done. We have our grid set. Hey, you know what I could do? Take a picture of that. And we're going to go up front. And we're going to watch the chaos from here. Yeah, it's just so crisp. Look at the detail in it. I'm so happy. And Mr. Kieran with an amazing start. Seal right behind him. Pushing into turn one on the yeses. This could be interesting. This is where it gets... And this is just like the start in the Pro-Am race. Lots of side-by-side. Look at the room left. Clean racing. Oh! Just a little bit of contact, not too horrible. It looks like most everybody made it out of there alive. I don't have my keyboard shortcuts, so I can't do the replays. But we're off to a good start. Let's get some information on the board. Display all. Bam, bam. We're riding on board with the Pool Shark. I think that's Josh B in the chat here. If I remember correctly, but you know, I've been called Dory enough times. For a reason, I have no memory, so some things just don't stick for a little while. Alright, let's go and take a look at Mr. Kieran jumping off with a 1.5 second lead right out of the gate, running into the curves. Tire strategy is going to be fun to watch on this one. Tire strategy in the Pro-Am lobby. Those of us that started on mediums up front, I don't know how we were able to hold the pace we did and stay up like that. Soft tires do not last like they used to, and they seem like they start losing it a lot quicker. Ah, here's some action. Mr. Seal in second place. He is 2 seconds back. Yvonne 2 seconds back from there. And Sophie, two ladies from NA Esports, screen to speed, racing through front to back. Half a second gap. But watch the field come through those S's. Oh my god, this looks amazing. Lots of great racing to be seen with them too. They're on Twitch. If I don't have them on my link, hi Ian. If I don't have them linked into my YouTube, I will link them soon. Celebrating women in esports. Really great group of people. I actually watched their summer party yesterday and won $10 for iRacing. So that's going to be cool. I'll be seeing how well my computer runs that. It doesn't. Oh, going in side by side, coming up into the last chicane. Miss Yvonne backs out just a touch. I was on mediums at the start. I ran the first 13, 14, wait. It must have been 15, 16 laps on mediums. Oh no, Yvonne goes off the track. I didn't see if there was contact that caused that. Very, very unfortunate as the field runs past, but she's quick. She can always catch back up. So that's going to be, we're going to be watching Yvonne through this one. That could be lots of fun. All right, Mr. Hooligan chasing down Hippie as we come into the bone sticking out of the chicken leg. Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty crazy. Yeah, that's very, very, very nice that she didn't catch damage on that one. Nah, she's quick. She can definitely power through this one. She started out on mediums. Let's see. We got the bottom three on mediums to start. Hooligan chasing down Window, who is on softs. Nick is on mediums. Hippie is on softs. Moo and Papa on mediums. Sophie's on mediums. Whoop whoop! Mr. Seal is on softs and Greasy Kieran is on softs. So we're gonna watch after the first 15 minutes here. I am not seeing the timers I'm expecting to be seeing on my screen, and I do not know why. But anyway, we are 5 minutes in. After another 10.5 minutes, pit window will open. We're going to see who changes how quickly on their tires and what they do with it in the fuel. Watching this such similar times, we're probably going to see just about 30 laps completed in this race. The pit window, or the pit loss, I believe, is about 30 to 33 seconds. So the strategy is going to definitely come into play on this one. Let's go back and take a look. Miss Yvonne already takes P10 back away from Window. I told you she's quick. She's going to be chasing down the pool shark now with 2.3 second gap coming down the hill into the last chicane. This is my biggest trouble spot here. I have a hard time catching the angle on this one. And I have a hard time not spinning coming back out of it, too. Yeah, I need to pop it into the chat. I always say it on the mic, but I never say it in the chat on the game. So, good looking out for me there, Mr. Dave. The Falconer. Nice talking to you again. This whole month-long hiatus has been really rough on everyone, I think. We all need our friends as Miss Yvonne is catching and pushing the Hooligan now, both on racing medium tires. Miss Yvonne is definitely real-life experience, very quick, and usually very consistent. So she just popped into this last second, like I said. They forgot the race was even happening today. She takes the inside through the chicken leg. Is Phil going to be able to pull out the switcheroo at the end there? Not quite. Good, close racing. Lots of space left. Ooh. Here we go. Mr. Moo and Papa chasing down the Hippie. We've got Moo and Papa on racing mediums, putting the pressure on Hippie on those soft tires. We definitely will be doing that. I want to come up with a time to do some ACC leagues too and try and get some stuff going on because I love the feel of it. It is really amazing. Heading up through the S's into the first chicane. This is a tough spot to keep good time in as Mr. Nick is eating away at the time gap between him and Moo and Papa here. Close following, very talented drivers, all of them. One of these days I'll start learning corner names too, but you know me and remembering, so we'll see how that goes, shall we? If it were daytime, I would point out how much beautiful work these people put into their liveries. I'm having a hard time on Nick's livery here, though. Looks like he's missing the charity stuff. There's the charity stuff we're looking at. Cerebral Palsy Alliance. Decals, I believe, were mostly made by Mr. Don, the D-Max Racing. One of our bestest Kiwi buds. Oh my goodness, look at that. Nose to tail coming out of that chicane. Nick looking to get a good run on the Moomin here. Moomin's organized a lot of great races with the DTR, IMSA, dual class series, always great fun working with those guys. They've only posted a couple of team members from me, but I understand. They're good people. I'm kidding. No. It's okay. We always discuss stuff like that before it goes through because, you know, it's all love. As Moomin runs wide down that turn, that is too bad. Running into the chicken leg gives M3 guy the opening. P5, and now he's chasing down a 2-second gap up to Mr. Hippie, who is probably going to take great advantage of this here, getting around Sophie as she finds a squirrel on the track and heads into the penalty zone with a half-a-second penalty. So Hippie Heed, here we are, P3 in the BMW. Headed down into the last chicane. This is the spot where I like to get loose, right there, coming around this corner. That's how my wreck started in the Pro-Am race. And I lost my line, caught this curb, and poof, there's the wall. All right, 6/10 off of his fastest lap, 7.5 seconds off of Mr. Neil the Seal. Neil the Seal, 5 seconds back from Creasy Kieran, Alien, Mr. No Practice. I'm just gonna pleb the whole race, Liar. Running away, barely seeing little dots of headlights behind him, but he's on softs. Mr. Neil's on softs, Hippie he's on soft, and then it looks like we got some medium tire drivers right there. Look at that shadow, oh my goodness. That just looks so cool. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to stop talking about this for a while, I think, because the graphics on this are just so amazing. Being able to, it's like you're actually driving on a real dark highway with normal headlights, and then somebody comes behind you with the LEDs, and all you can see is the shadow of your car in front of you. I'm seeing that here, and it looks amazing. All right, Mr. Nick getting back on pace. So Kieran's already put in a 118.4 on his softs. Mr. Nick, 119.5 on medium. So we've got a 1 second difference in fast laps between softs and medium tires right now. Did I miss the pass? Oh no, that was Hippie. Never mind. I missed nothing. I don't ever miss anything. Let's go look and see what's happening. Miss Yvonne still chasing down Window. Nelson! Hi, how you doing? Welcome in. I don't know if I know you, but this is the Skelly Punk Charity Racing League. We've got Discord, and we've got a link pinned in the chat. We've got a link in the description for donating to the Cerebral Palsy Alliance. This is a season that we got running going on, and we also do endurance special events, so lots of great fun to be had. This season we've got a pro lobby that you're watching now. I was racing in the Pro-Am lobby, the race before this, the hour before this one, so stick around, leave a like and subscribe. Lots of great people around here. You see the DTR guys in here, Mr. Richie, Falconer, all great friends. Race Asylum, Mr. Ostatrata, my East City Rat friend. East City Rats. I love him. I love all my friends. Such great people. Alright, who's close? Where's the battle happening? Sophie chasing down Nick. Sophie on the mediums, and oh, so was Nick, so that's alright. So these two are on medium tires, just about 17 seconds back from the lead, so that puts them 10 seconds back from second place, 12 seconds-ish. But these two are running on medium tires while the leaders are running on softs. So with the pit stops coming up, we've got 2.5 minutes left until the pit window is open. And we're going to see what starts happening in there. So we got 2 more laps until the pit window opens. And that's when all of the strategy and tire choice is really going to start making a difference, as Sophie just gets right up on the tail end of the draft of M3 guy, Mr. Nick, coming down the last straightaway. Gonna push. Oh no, she had a penalty. That's too bad. She could have taken that one away. I forgot she kind of lost the limits there for a second. That's right, Tyson. We're gonna start doing more ACC. We're all on PS5. We can actually start doing some ACC lobbies for these, and then have a whole new series. ACC feels amazing. All right. Where's the action? I'm not seeing a whole lot of places for action. Oh, I missed something there. Mr. Phil must have had a spin back, probably down through the S's or that first chicane. It's just such a technical spot. Their Porsche, the new settings on it, I'm not liking what they did with the toe-in on the front and rear tires. It just makes the car way less stable than it used to be on the BoP settings. So we're gonna jump in and check out Mr. Window. Oh, we've got Moom and Papa off the track, losing, it looks like, 2 positions to Mr. Pool Shark, Josh, right? And Moom and Papa here. Moom and Papa also lost a little bit of time back there, going off, I think, in the same spot. Ooh, Pool Shark going off the track. And so we now have the landscaping simulator going on. These cars do not have blades under them, but everyone keeps trying to mow the grass anyway. It's okay. Here comes Miss Sophie. Chase down Nick just a little bit more. Only a 1.3 second gap after that penalty she served. So let's look at this gap. 6.8 seconds between... Oh, pit window's open. Open, open, open. I'm not very good at this. I need my other thing back. And Mr. Kieran once again on for a fast lap because he's just complete alien. 7-second lead over Mr. Seal, who this guy is alien too. I actually had similar times to him this last time around, and it just blows me away that I was able to kind of keep up. And I think it's the update. The update has equalized a lot of us, so that's a lot of fun. Mr. Hippie in... What is... I want to call it the MZ, but it's not. Z4. The Z4. I'm not good with that stuff. That's okay, though. 8.5 seconds back from the Seal. Both of them on racing softs, having a hard time around that first chicane, getting through the S's afterwards. That's a hard spot to set up. Just over the track penalties, we've got a 2-second gap back to M3 guys, so that half a second penalty is going to translate into just about 3/4 of a second to a second on there. You know, that's a funny point right there. All of us Pro-Am drivers that landed in the top 4 could probably have been competitive with the top 3, or okay, maybe not the top 1 or 2, but within the top 5 of this with our lap times. So there's the penalty served. We've got 1 second, 1.5 seconds, 1.5 seconds he was able to catch on that half a second penalty. as Nick comes through here, and he's going to start putting pressure on my new teammate, Mr. Hippie Heed. Change your name, Hippie. And tell him I said hi. Alright, where's the closeness? I want to go see. Oh, we've got a penalty being served by Mr. Josh. Moon Papa is trying to chase down Mr. Window. Let's just go and enjoy the graphics of this very realistic thing here. We're gonna turn a couple of things off. Bam, there we go, nice and open. Loving this. Yellow headlights on Ms. Sophie's Porsche. Yeah, you know, Nick has always been good with tires, and Tyson, I think, is upping his game on it. Oh, Kieran pitting. So we've got our first pit stop, Mr. Creasy Kieran on lap 15. He's going to be going from softs to mediums. He had lots of meat left on those soft tires too. Really surprised that he went ahead with the change right there. We do a qualification lobby. This last time around it was Daytona Road Course. Everybody was really close, but we had to try and split the lobbies up as equally per number of participants as we could. So we kind of randomly pulled, if you're in the 145s or above, you're in the pro lobby. 146s and slower, then you would have been in the pro-am lobby. I was 2/10 off of making into the pro lobby, so I'm usually real close to being able to compete with some of these guys. We were all real close right there for that one. Now, if we had more participants, we could probably split it up more into more lobbies. The DTR things that we do a lot of the times will have 3 separate lobbies because there are way more participants. So we got to figure out what times everybody is doing and pick the most fair cutoff that you can. It's the only thing we can do while we're still growing participants in the series. Alright, we got 3 people here. Looks like they're within just about a second and a half of each other. Mr. Hippie in P2, Nick in P3, and Sophie in P4. 11 seconds behind Mr. Neil the Seal. Great driving. Nah, if it was an age thing, I would be in, like, Alien because I'm just old, you know? It's okay, though. I like being old. It means it's almost over. Oh, no, I did miss that. Where is he? Mr. Kieran is on Racing Softs. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. But he also has insane pace, so he may be able to do all right with it still. We're going to check out this 3-way battle here from the cockpit of Miss Sophie's Porsche. Coming into the final chicane, looking to stay away from the squirrels in the track as Nick is really putting the pressure on Hippie Heat up there. Miss Sophie heading into the pits, lap 16 on her racing mediums. That's just about the same spot where I did. Remember, we're looking to see just about 31 laps here. Are we going to witness a move here as we come into the chicken bone of the bone of the chicken leg? Here are the S's. Pushing close, here's the pressure. Are we gonna see a defensive line from Mr. Hippie? No, he's got space, he's holding on to it. Nick's still just gonna hold that pressure on, look for a good exit here. It's always a good place where if you can set yourself up for a good exit on that corner, it's... I don't think anybody is right now. One day I'll get VR for mine. But I just now actually was able to get a PS5. I've been saving for it for a while. And I got a bonus yesterday, so I was able to get it. Oh! Mr. Nick is racing in VR. Okay. He's got... I can't remember what the name of his channel is, but he is on YouTube as well. I don't know if he's streaming this because we're trying to keep viewers in for the charity stream part of it, so that we can talk about Cerebral Palsy Alliance and have all the links and... Okay. Oh no! Hippie off the track is gonna give Mr. Nick the opportunity to get past him. So now we have an M3 guy, Mr. Nick, running in P2 with over 2 seconds gap. What a move! If only I had a keyboard that worked, I could go back and look. Look at this. Hippie Heat is running these softs into the dirt. It looks like he's got about 4 laps of fuel left, but his tires, is he gonna push these tires that long? I'm sure that's what happened. He ran just a little bit... I know. He ran just a little bit long on these racing softs and just pushed wide in that corner, I bet. Shaking his car, he's letting us know he's going to go into the pits right now because he doesn't want to deal with these tires anymore. Watch. I'm calling it. 2 laps of fuel left. And he's not going... Oh, I missed it! I was wrong! He's not going into the pits! Alright, we're gonna get out of that view again and... came into this one. We've got 1 second there, so 2.5 seconds separating these 3. And everybody is running the fuel just to the knuckle on the racing medium tires. But we've got Josh. We have another fuel whisperer here. He's running great. He's probably got 6 laps of fuel left and plenty of tires. So he might just be running like a madman after he pits on softs with a light tank. I don't know if it's usually Ost, but I know he does run in VR. I've seen it. I would love to try it now that I have my own PS5. I know someone in town here that might let me borrow some PSVR goggles and I can check it out and see how it goes in one of my races here. Miss Sophie and Miss Yvonne. Oh, I missed some action. Miss Yvonne down here in P8. She's got brand new fresh RS tires. So this is where it's gonna get interesting. The hooligan is gonna be getting ready to pit. The hippie, he just finally decided that he's had enough of ice skates on his Z4 and is changing them up, putting some fuel in. He'll be back out here putting on some times. This charity, I think, is actually based in Australia. We use Tiltify to do all of our stuff, so you know it's not running through us. We're not taking money and things like that. We try and find reputable charities. I donated like what was it? I think I donated 25 bucks and it came out to like 35. So that it makes sense if Australia, New Zealand, something like that. We try to benefit charities from all over the place. We've done RAIN, we've done Heart Kids, we've done Ronald McDonald House. A lot of us have actually used the Ronald McDonald House charity stuff. Nick is always running on fumes. Like, oh, look at that. And he still has half of his tires. I'm pretty sure he did better on those tires than I did in the Porsche. And he's driving an R8, so just whisper away, Nick. Oh, a 21-second lead over Kieran. Kieran had to come back. Oh, he hasn't been back in. He's on his racing softs right now with a half a tank of fuel. He's got the fuel to make it to the end. But he's on the wrong tires. And we have to use racing softs and racing mediums. We have to run at least 15 minutes before we can pit. And he started on softs. He's still on softs. Maybe he's just going to do a quick stop to change tires and go and hope it works out. Neil the Seal out on brand new medium tires. Mr. Nick on brand new soft tires. This guy right here, he's got an advantage coming up on Seal. So this is going to be a good one to watch. I give him about a lap, I think. 1 second difference in lap times from soft to medium tires. You know, it's going to be pretty close to where it is, but they're both on brand new tires, and Nick has less fuel. It looks like it's going to be enough fuel to make it to the end, though. Oh, too bad my app doesn't tell me how good their fuel is, how many laps they got in their fuel. But he's running on his out lap, so I'm hoping he calculated correctly. Alright, coming through the final set of quarters. Into the long high-speed sweeper to the right down the start-finish stretch. And here's the spot where I have a lot of trouble. Nick handles it perfectly, and he gained just about a half a second on Seal over the last quarter of a lap. He's getting just a little bit loose, but I think that's just how he drives. He's pushing the limits on this. R8 is quick. .8 laps leaving the pits, so yeah, he's good. That was his out lap, and this is the second one. He's only got about 9 laps to go now, 8 laps to go now. Coming through the chicken leg. Giving Seal just a little bit of bump. Hello, keep the pressure on. Miss Sophie now back up to 4th place, only 2 seconds behind Nick. So the battle here is going to be interesting to watch because Neil is good at keeping his car wide. He's good at defensive driving. So this could very possibly give Sophie an amazing chance to catch back up and end up making a twofer coming through here. Oh, look at that. The nose stuck inside by Nick, getting around Seal. How's it going to go through the final turn? Oh my goodness, that was close. I'm telling you, talented drivers. Way to keep it close, way to keep it clean. This is amazing racing so far today. I'm loving it. So this is where it's going to hold him up because Seal's tires, he's on mediums, and he's got more fuel, so he's holding up Nick just enough that Sophie has already caught back up by a second. So in order for Nick to hold on to this, he's gonna have to push, he's gonna have to find a place to stick his nose in and get around the inside or pull the switch on one of these corners with a run, or Sophie's gonna be up here battling and it's gonna be a 3-way battle for second place instead of just these two. See, she's already getting closer. She's another 10th closer now. Mr. Kieran still on his racing soft tires. That's going to be a penalty if he finishes out the race this way. It's not disqualification, but there will be a points penalty, or I'm pretty sure it's just a points penalty. Miss Sophie, look at that. She's pushing. Oh no! Oh no! That is unfortunate. Coming around the corner right there, an accident. Nick sliding through the track, bumped into Sophie. So Mr. Hippie back into P3 as Sophie tries to get back on track. That's very unfortunate incident with her. I don't know if there was any fault here, but we're in lap 24. We're gonna have to review and see what happened at some point. Oh man, I just gutted. That was such a great run. It was such a great battle up until whatever happened right there. Nick putting the pressure on Seal. I don't know whose fault that was. No damage there. No damage anywhere through. So it looks like everybody came through just a little bit. We don't have ghosting on for this one. Well, I think it still might ghost at some points, but we try and keep the ghosting off. And we like the realism and the immersion. So unfortunately, if there's an incident, you either dodge around it because you got the skills, or you do something like I do and hope to dodge around it and smash into them. So Moo and Papa on for his best lap now. Miss Yvonne, unfortunate, she was up there. No, that was Sophie. She was up there just about to battle for P2, and now she got around Nick, so that's good. Maybe he let her around because he had some blame in that, which we're gonna have to discuss that, because letting somebody go past if there's an incident and then getting a penalty for it later can cause a lot of problems. So if he let her through. Oh, is he streaming right now? You know what happened? Oh, unfortunate for Nick. He's also got a penalty now. He's gonna push. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens in the end. I'll check out the replay at some point. I probably don't have time today. 2.5 hours worth of doing this on a Saturday. Okay. 2.5 hours worth of GT7 on a Saturday when my family is all wanting to do things can be rough. So Nick is going to lose just about, another second. 1.2 from that penalty right there, coming down into the last chicane. Do we have any close racing going on? The hooligan chasing down Mr. Window with 2-second gap. Window 12 seconds behind the Pool Shark. The Pool Shark 3 seconds up to Moon and Papa, who was doing really well and had another. He went and tried to do the whole Zen, rake the sand thing up around the S's. Always a great place to go off. All it takes is a little bit of a push, too much. Miss Yvonne, 17-second gap, up in P6. Woo, learn how to read and speak, lady. And she's got nearly 7-second gap up to Mr. Nick, who is chasing down Sophie again. So we've got both of them on racing soft tires. Nick's are much fresher, and he's on less fuel. We've got just about 4 or 5 laps to go here. Do the math. 4 minutes, so we've got 4 laps left. So he's got, and he's on for the fast lap over Miss Sophie's laps. So this is going to be really interesting. She's not getting quite the laps that she was getting earlier with her worn tires and more fuel. So this could be the battle coming up in the final 4 or 5 laps here. And we have a new fast lap for Mr. Nick with the first 17 of the race. And it looks like waiting until the last second to pit and change onto them softs, coming out with low fuel, is the best decision he could have made on this one. Big incident for both of these two, and they're still up here fighting, just about ready to fight for a podium. 10 seconds off a podium, but, fighting for P4 after that incident is still really impressive as we come through, headed up into the leg of the chicken bone. Bone of the chicken leg, whatever it is. I want hot wings. Why do I have to keep talking about chicken? Because this stupid track looks so much like a chicken leg. Mr. Kieran now going into the pits with a 17-second lead. He's going to put his medium tires on, come out. Hopefully enough fuel to finish this. Is going to be close. Looks like he should only have to finish about 2-3 laps, so he should have the fuel for it. Looks like he's coming out in 3rd. So still fighting for a podium here as Sophie comes up behind on racing softs. So Kieran's going to be on mediums with light fuel. I mean, you make a mistake and go on softs, you just push them, right? Why stop right away and change for mediums? Save it until the last couple of laps. double check you've got enough fuel. Make sure you're not going to mess up. Make sure you didn't miscalculate. So we're going to watch this gap right here. So from Sophie to Kieran, we got 5.5 seconds. Go through and check out what's going on right here. Alright, Mr. Hippie, 2.5 seconds behind the seal. Kieran, 4 seconds behind there. Miss Sophie is catching up, 10ths at a time. Nick still 1 second behind Miss Sophie. And Miss Yvonne for P6, just barely out of the top 5 by 10.6 seconds right now after 28 laps. Moomin Papa with a second lead over Mr. Josh here. Looks like that might be changing. Josh is pushing, racing soft, racing soft. Moomin Papa's got less fuel. What are we driving? They're both in the R8, so this could be fun. Oh, okay. That's an interesting strategy. I didn't really... I don't see the two-stop really working out that great with the way that the tire wear is now on the soft tires. They just don't last long enough, and with a 30-second pit loss, that's literally an extra 30 seconds you're giving up there, as Josh is coming up to within just about a half a second of Moomin Papa now. He's going to be putting the pressure on anytime. The Hooligan racing his race back here, fighting to try to get back. Oh, he's paused. Alright, so the Pool Shark, 26-second lead. Moomin Papa is now definitely within that half a second. We've got like 1 lap to go. Is this going to be our final lap? So, okay, there's the Hooligan. So, Mr. Seal with a 1.8 second lead over the Hippie. He's on racing medium tires. He's got enough fuel definitely to make it. We are 20 seconds away from this being the last lap. So it looks like they're going to make 30 laps on this one, just like we did in the Pro-Am. Really impressive. I know I don't know what happened. I'm sure there was some kind of incident. You know, both of us get that. Yeah, he's quick. I mean, you get Kieran on one of his good days, and he can pit 4 times and still beat most of us. He's definitely got that alien speed. Okay, Hippie Heat, something happened back here. Kieran now within 1 second of him on the final lap. Does he have time to catch him? What's going to happen? This is where the real battle is at for second place. This is our podium that we're watching here. Miss Sophie, 3 seconds back. You know, Kieran's just praying for something to go wrong. So we've got 3/4 of a second gap. The race is just about to be over. Mr. Neil the Seal coming around finish, and P1, 1.5 seconds back is the Hippie. Oh no, 5 seconds back was the Hippie, and then 1.5 seconds back for Kieran. Miss Sophie for P4, Nick, M3 guy for P5. Miss Yvonne will be coming up in P6. She's heading into the final corners right now. Good race, everyone, as she goes and mows the grass for us. Pool Shark, Mr. Josh coming around the final corners now as well in the R8. There's Phil on auto drive. Mr. Moomin Papa coming around the final corner now too. We have everything set. The race is over. Congratulations, everyone. Good game, Neil. And let's do this. And then click it. And then do it again. And then we'll do this. Alright, so we've got everything saved. Yeah, that was a tough break. There, God, so much great action in there. There's so much good racing. It always is. So, anyway, this was race 6 of whatever it is. The Scaly Punk Charity Racing Series to benefit cerebral palsy. Yeah, this is a rough track. I mean, I really did take it easy. I probably could have gotten a little bit better at times, but it's just so easy for me to mess it up. So, I went pretty easy on it. Ladies, if you're watching, thank you. If not, I'll catch you somewhere. Yeah. Definitely a fun race. Nice working out there, Mr. Nick. You push. Gutted to see that incident. I don't know what happened, but I'll have to go back and check out a replay at some point. What was I going to go look at? There was something I wanted to see. Oh, we got another donation, everybody. Whoop, whoop. All right, we are now up to $115. So thank you, everyone, for participating. Thank you, everyone who watched. You know, I always learn to love a track, like really love it, after I race it in the super formula. I'm not the best. I can get a good time if I put in enough laps, but it really does teach you the track. Like, you jump into the MX-5, do some laps, jump into the super formula, do some laps, and that gives you such a huge understanding of it. You can jump into everything in between and get it down just a little bit better. Throttle control, trail braking, everything is so different in those two cars. It really does a lot to teach you the track. Anyway, we did race. You gotta learn to love them, Josh. I swear to God, it's like, it's a matter of changing your mindset from I want to drive this car perfectly on the track to I want to learn the track. It really helps. And yeah, I don't care for them sometimes, but you go out to have some fun, like on the Nordschleife. It's freaking awesome. Like, you jump out there on the 24-hour or just the regular Nordschleife, the whole North Loop, the big fat one, and the Super Formula is with your friends. It's just great fun. It really is. So anyway, once again, last time, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. This was the Cerebral Palsy Alliance benefit race from Scaly Punk Charity Racing. Thank you to all my viewers, Mr. Richie, Falconer, Josh, Ostadorata, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for supporting us. It's always great fun. Really miss having you guys around and doing this stuff. It's great. Hopefully the next time I've got my stuff set up, the green screen, so we can have some fun with that too. Oh yeah. Suzuka is great fun. Just don't do it in the rain. Like, my goodness, I'm not kidding. Our next race